Hello?
Zidane Daney, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab, another nerd chat. I am here with my fellow host,
I'm Jack.
and the Switch is out. It's been out for a few days, and that's about it. Oh my gosh,
Three days.
it has not been out for very long. Yeah, 3 days, and some people have been playing it for a few hours more than others. Um, yeah, we managed to get on release day. Um, a little bit of chaos. So that was Thursday, right? Yeah, and
That is why you're wearing that.
yeah, it's been chaotic. Granted, there has not been too much when it comes uh to starting off the gameplay. But one thing that we've been doing is we've been playing sorry, not Marvel, Mario Kart, and yeah, uh, sure that'll be good. So yeah, we've been playing Mario Kart Worlds. I've been playing a good amount, and I have every character I think unlocked.
I
And
have not been playing that much, although it was really fun. Today, Squirt and Annette were playing on my Switch, and so they unlocked a bunch of different skins and characters.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, the hardest thing to get is absolutely gonna be the rest of the like all of the NPC characters, because there's a few characters that are just really challenging to get. Just due to the fact that they sometimes don't spawn. But yeah, because basically the way that you have to do what you have to do in order to get them is you have to have you get a Namek spell or whatever it's called, and then the six players in the lead get turned into whatever the character is currently. And I think I've gotten one of them. Uh-oh. A communication error has occurred.
I
Oh.
lost Wi-Fi.
Oh, that would be why. We'll try again.
What?
What a shock. But,
It's usually better about that.
yeah. But, yeah. So, yeah, I'm just gonna turn off the video for a sec while you can rejoin. But yeah. So, what games have you played, in, so far while you've been playing since you've gotten the Switch?
Let's see. I have played Star Wars Battlefront, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Violet, Animal Crossing, Fortnite, Legends Arceus, Talia, and Mario Kart World.
Okay.
And I think that's it.
So, in that case, I think like the only one that has really been improved that you would have seen would be Pokemon then, because I don't think the rest of those were have gotten any updates.
Arceus is gorgeous on this thing.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't notice too much of a difference between the two versions, but that was but it does look nice. It does still look just due to the fact that there's been some upscaling and stuff. It does look way better. Scarlet and Violet though, those are the ones that are really really fucking good. Yeah. Um yeah, I got on that shortly after my stream that day, and it was just like I wished that I had waited. I had stayed on stream just a little bit longer so I could have shown that. But yeah. I've got the room ID showing if you in the.
I'm already in your room.
You are? Okay, cool. All right. I'll go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna turn off comms.
Can we not play 150cc?
What do you want to be at? 50 or
100 is 100.
cool. So yeah, we'll do that. But yeah. Um. Let's do dry bone. I'll choose dry bones. But I do have to I have to say that Pokemon is just incredible. I don't have the words yet for it. But Mario Kart, I still don't understand why it was so expensive. Why it's so expensive to get the disc or the cartridge. Because it's just like what it, I don't even remember. It's like 80 or something.
It is. It's like $80.
Yeah, that's absurd. It does not need to be that fucking much. I don't know. It's just absolutely bizarre. I cannot understand what the hell they're thinking of with that. And like I can kind of understand it for to a certain degree why they would do that, but at the same time it's just like, dude, it doesn't need to be $80. Like, it's gorgeous. It is a gorgeous game, and seeing a whole bunch of different details, but comparatively I've like this game is pretty small, all things considered. Maybe if they're gonna do like a shit ton of free DLC, I can understand it. But as a whole, the game is really, really fucking small. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I think $80 is a lot to ask of any game.
Yeah, there's a reason that we got
It's a lot to live up to.
Yeah, there's a reason we got the version that came with it.
Yes, because that made it only, for me, $75.
Well, the game would have been, I think, is like 50, with the, I think.
I paid $5.25 for the Switch and game.
Okay. So yeah, still way cheaper. I don't remember exact prices are kind of I'm not really thinking too much with it right now because I also got like freaking Donkey Kong. I pre-ordered Donkey Kong at the same time. So
did you pre-order CA?
Huh? I have not pre-ordered.
Have you pre-ordered CA?
No, I haven't done that yet. But the primary reason for why I haven't done that yet is because my GameStop wasn't allowing it when I went into pre-order or to pick up my Switch, and that was the first day. So yeah. But I don't know. It's interesting. Like I said, I think I've unlocked all of the characters. How many? You've unlocked a few characters, but not very many, right?
Definitely not all of them.
No. Yeah, the only characters I have not unlocked are the really challenging ones to get. And that's just due to the fact that, like I said, those are challenging to get. I think you can get them pretty easily. In fact, we might be able to get them pretty easily. We just have to like go into a match, and instead of actually racing, we would basically go back and forth across the whatchamadoodles, the item boxes, until one of us gets Kamek. Then we blast the other person with Kamek, and then and then we swap, and then the person who didn't get Kamek will basically go back and forth on the on there, and yeah, it's the person who got who got attacked by Kamek would it's weird. it's a confusing piece. I don't know. There's a lot of things to do with when it comes to those races, so I don't know.
This is true.
Yeah, but yeah, all you have to do in order to get the other characters is to win a race. Doesn't matter which one. Yeah, you don't. It doesn't really matter which one, which race it is, as long as you you win a race, you get a character. Like I don't remember which races exactly it is. But yeah.
What the hell?
What's wrong?
I lost Wi-Fi again. Yes, I lost Wi-Fi again.
That's bizarre.
My Wi-Fi keeps going out.
That is really freaking bizarre.
It is really annoying.
Yeah, like as when I just got a race, and then it basically replaced your guy with a Yoshi, with a random Yoshi. That's bizarre. I don't know. Oh, and your Yoshi is so dumb. Got it. I don't know. To be fair, you've always had like some some issues when it came to connecting.
Yeah,
to
but this
Wi-Fi.
Switch has been a lot better about it.
Yeah. It's because we're recording, that's why.
Let's see. It must be. It's bad luck while we're recording, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't want to work while we're recording something. While we're trying to have fun. I don't know. But
Correct.
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the I have to but yeah, I think the big thing though that I'm really excited about is seeing how other games are going to be functioning on the Switch. Because like I've heard that like games like No Man's Sky plays like way better than it did on the Switch. Like it's basically the same level as on the PlayStation 5. Like
That's crazy.
It is crazy, and this thing can fit in your pocket. Which
more or less, cargo
more or
pocket
less.
perhaps.
Huh?
A cargo pocket perhaps.
Yeah, a cargo pocket. But yeah, but you get my point. Is like it's freaking massive. I don't. It's like I think the worst thing about it is that you would you're as you're playing you found out how freaking bad the battery life is.
I did. It lasts about 3 hours. Which, while not the worst, is far less than the OLED Switch.
Yeah.
And kind of obnoxious. However, it is worth it for the sheer amount of power this thing has.
Yes, I would say so. Like I haven't played too much when it came to undocked mode, but I did check it out a little bit for like I think it was Pokemon. Maybe it was just this. Maybe it was just Mario Kart. But yeah, I didn't really check that out too much. But even then, it was like it was pretty fun to and it was doing really well, which is insane for something that can fit in your pocket.
It was crazy.
Yeah. And I think that that's like the big thing that is really interesting to me is like, what does this mean for other consoles, or other games that were that have only been on on other consoles before.
We're hoping for Marvel Rivals.
We are hoping for Marvel Rivals, that is for sure.
I did test out with my sister, so that's cool.
You tested out what with your sister?
Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite, yeah. Um,
That was quite fun.
yeah. So, yeah, Fortnite would be. I imagine that would be better. I don't know. I didn't really play it that much on the Switch, and I didn't really play it that much on the PS5. Um, I don't know. I only really played Fortnite with you guys, so yeah. That's a big thing. Is like now with the bullshit that's going on with Fortnite, it's just
Yeah.
they're getting into AI bullshit again, which is not good.
Mhm.
That is not good.
No. What else looks gorgeous on the Switch too is Palia.
Oh, Palia, yeah. I haven't gotten a chance to check it out yet. I didn't even play it on the regular Switch, but I heard that it was really good.
It was laggy as hell on the OLED.
I believe it. Yeah. I think that's the big thing. Any game that was like kind of shitty on the Switch, to check to see how they run on the Switch 2 is probably going to be the main thing that people are going to be doing for a while.
Yeah.
Because like nothing, a lot of games had a lot of issues, and I think the best example of that is Pokemon, specifically Scarlet and Violet. We obviously we played the crap out of that, and it's kind of insane. How much better it is on the Switch. Like you get so many more Pokemon on your screen. It's insane.
Oh my gosh, no kidding.
Yeah, like I think when I first logged on, I was just like, huh, that's insane. And then it was just the more I wandered, the more insane it got. I don't think I got any shinies from that, but I've heard that some people got shinies pretty easily. So,
I thought you did. I thought you got a shiny Porygon.
I might have gotten shiny Porygon because I know we played together. I'm not certain. Was that on the Switch or was that on the Switch too, or was that on the Switch? I feel like
Oh, I
that.
think that was on the regular Switch.
I think that was on the regular Switch. I think we were playing together just like for a brief bit. Um, and I managed to get a shiny Porygon really fast. But yeah, I haven't really done too much when it comes to Scarlet or Violet. I did start up Scarlet again, so that's gonna be fun. And then Violet, I'm just gonna keep that as it is because that's my main game.
Fair.
And then yeah, we'll see what happens when it comes to Scarlet. How much I play more of that, and so on and so forth. Because unlike some people, I don't restart my game all the time. Ay, ay, ay. But yeah. Um. Oh, have you checked out any of the GameCube classics yet?
No, for whatever reason, it won't let me. It keeps saying I don't have the right Nintendo account, even though I know I do.
Yeah, you might need to update it. I did. Um, it's fine. I think I might have had like the lesser one, so that might be it. But yeah, I checked out some of those games. So it does not have much yet. So if you're not worried, if you're not too concerned yet, I wouldn't worry about it. Because currently all it has is F-Zero, Zelda Wind Waker, and Soul Calibur 2. And while it is very, very fun to play Soul Calibur 2, I know that that's not everyone's cup of tea. And I also understand that Wind Waker is also not everyone's cup of tea. And F-Zero is just a mess. I don't know. After playing like Mario Kart, I'm just like F-Zero is too fast. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to me. It's really weird, really weird. But I think Soul Calibur is probably the game that I'm going to be playing the most of, at least until they come out with the other games. But yeah,
Or
yeah. If you're not specifically wanting one of those 3 games, I would not concern yourself with checking out the GameCube games, because while they have confirmed that there will be more games, at this point in time they have not done much. And then, yeah, I think some people said that Animal Crossing seemed to load faster. Um,
it does.
yeah, I don't really know. I haven't played Animal Crossing in about a year, so I wouldn't know. But other than that, I don't really know. Is Battlefront actually any better? Because
Yes.
it is. Okay. Because I haven't gotten on that yet. So about how would you describe it then? Well,
So
actually,
you know how we had that glitch on the Death Star where you would suddenly jump to the left and fall off the cliff?
has that been removed and fixed?
It's been removed.
That's great. That's actually fantastic. I'm just opening it up briefly so that we can see a little bit of that. You know, I think it, like, just the title screen looks better to me.
It does.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna go into training really quick. I think they smoothed things out, like, significantly.
They really did.
Yeah, I think they smoothed things out, which, for the considering like how grainy it was, that's actually quite an improvement. I think I'm having a little bit easier of a time maneuvering my like controlling my gun, like my aiming and stuff. It's not much better. Like, I still struggle with this, but I would say that I'm better than I was. Like, I'm currently just in the training mode, so it's not like it's too much of a difference. But
Yeah, my Wi-Fi is going out. I can't even play Palia right now.
dang.
Super annoying.
Yeah, that's fair. Um so another thing as well that I do want to briefly touch on is the mouse controls. At this point in time, nothing really supports them. And
Fortnite does.
Fortnite does? Okay. That makes sense. But yeah, at this point in time, the only reason that I personally have to use the mouse controls is if I'm like on the main screen. I don't even think I'm going to turn off the capture for a sec. I don't even think that Crunchyroll will even work on it. Okay, I might need to fix that later. I can't check it right now. But I don't think that Crunchyroll even allows you to connect to the Switch, or doesn't allow you to use mouse controls, which is just like kind of weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like maybe it might be more than I think. It might actually allow you to. I haven't tested it yet, so it might. But yeah, no. Nothing that I personally that I play supports mouse control. And I don't play Fortnite either. So like not anymore anyways. Um,
Fair.
there's yeah. So maybe like some other games do allow it. I think the big thing that they're going to be wanting to do with mouse controls is working with other with game developers such as like MMO creators and such, and
Hmm.
getting those on their system. Um, One thing that they do need to do a update though, if they do want to do that, is that they need to add keyboard um, keyboard functionality.
Yes.
I know that not everyone like. Let's just use Final Fantasy XIV as an example. A lot of the player base when it comes to Final Fantasy XIV use controllers to play, but as an MMO, it is significantly easier to play using a mouse and keyboard. So they need to add keyboard functionality, um, even if it's a smaller thing. Um, like I should be able to go into my Nintendo shop, have my keyboard on, and search using a keyboard rather than having to look through and find the
Use the on-screen keyboard.
yeah. Even with a mouse, which it's significantly easier with the mouse now, but
Nice.
yeah, but it's yeah. If we like just scrolling through the games though, there's really not much that's available yet. Sure, there's Cyberpunk 2077 and Split Fiction, um, and Street Fighter that are available, and I think like Hogwarts Legacy, um, Bravely Default. Most of these games are things that were on other systems, and they've just made their way over. There are a few things here and there that do appear to be uh, new games, but they are not specifically through Nintendo. They're through like partners and stuff. Like I think Survival Kids is like a brand new game, but that is not through them. Um, I think that Tony Hawk obviously isn't through them. Madden is obviously not through them. Hitman isn't through them. Yakuza, that's just a report. Bravely Default, I think this might be their first. They might be on here for the first time. Um, but yeah, very few games are exclusive already. Most of these games are games that you can play on other systems. And while I know that that's fantastic for someone like you who has not played any of these games, anyone who has other systems has had the opportunity will probably play them on the other systems rather than playing them on the Switch, because even if they think
That's fair.
yeah, why purchase a game for a second time? Like Cyberpunk 2077. I personally have not played it, but anyone that has played it, why would they why would they get it on the Switch too, for it to be? I don't know if it's as good or if it's worse or if it's better. It probably is not better. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's not gonna be better. Um, but yeah, why would you get Cyberpunk 2077 for the Switch 2 when if you've already played it on the PlayStation or the Xbox or whatever?
Right.
Same thing goes for Split Fiction. I understand why they needed some time to get some games fixed and stuff. Um, like the big advantage right now is that they have is Zelda getting its update. Both Zelda games getting their updates. Um, Mario Kart World, and Pokemon having its free update. Those are the big things.
Yes.
And I think like some other games also got some updates. I don't know exact details with those. Um, I think Echoes of Wisdom might have gotten something. I don't remember what else. There's a few other things. I think Mario Party might have gotten an upgrade. But yeah, it's basically upgrades, older game ports, and Mario Kart for now. And then later on, there's gonna we're like next month is Donkey Kong, which I'm actually
Right.
that is gonna be exciting. I think that a lot of people are gonna be like anyone who doesn't have a Switch now is probably waiting for Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah.
And on top of that, there's also the possibility that some other games are on their way that have yet to be revealed. Um, Technically, we're still in Summer Game Fest, and I think like different companies are revealing stuff right now. I don't think that Pokemon is revealing anything though, or any Nintendo thing is going to be revealing anything anytime soon. But certain games have been revealed that they are coming their way. I think that Square might be coming out with might be sending some of their games over to the Switch. I think actually I'm gonna double check that. I think that Final Fantasy the remakes are coming to the Switch. Final Fantasy VII remake.
Hmm.
Final Fantasy. Here we go. That's the original 7. That's Crisis Core. Okay, I'm not seeing it yet. But I did hear a rumor that it is coming to the that the 7 remake, Intergrade, and frickin' Rebirth are both coming to the Switch. Exactly when
Nice.
I don't think they've confirmed when exactly that's going to be happening, but it should be happening sooner rather than later.
That would be good.
Yeah. I know that that's obviously the original 7 is great. You can play that on the Switch. You can play 9 on the Switch, but I also know that the remake is for the modern audience a lot more. So, yeah, I think that that's going to be good for people to check out. Do you think that Concerned Ape is going to do something with Stardew Valley now that the Switch 2 is out? Like, send an update its way?
No.
No? Okay.
He's a one-man operation, and to my knowledge, he's focusing on the Haunted Chocolatier anymore.
Yeah. So he's probably going to be focusing on that for a good while. Fudge. What am I trying to check? Freaking Concerned Ape. I don't think he hasn't posted in a while. As far as I'm aware, he hasn't like said anything.
To my knowledge.
Huh? Yeah.
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, his last thing was in April. It looks like, and it was like just some random stuff, but nothing specifically about I don't think he's said anything about Haunted Chocolatier or anything in a while. Let's see. Maybe he's yeah. The only thing that his Twitter says is working on Haunted Chocolatier. So.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know, but at the same time, he might have like dropped off of Twitter as well. He might be one, just like me. Um, so, I don't
That's
know.
fair.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people have probably dropped off Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter in a while because of everything going on, so I know that it's a reasonable assumption to make that people are leaving. Um, let's see if maybe he. There is a concerned ape blue sky, but I don't think that's him because there's nothing on there. But yeah, I imagine that he will probably have Haunted Chocolatier on the Switch. But it will probably
Oh, definitely.
but it will probably be a little bit later than on the PC because it's a lot easier.
Probably.
It's a lot easier for people to get games onto the PC than it is to get games onto other systems. But yeah, I don't know. It's it's interesting to think about like what exactly different game companies are going to be doing. I think that it is a reasonable assumption to make that by Christmas we will probably have a massive amount of games for the Switch 2. I imagine that over the next few months, random developers are going to be like, "Hey, we're bringing our game to the Switch 2. Hey, we're giving you a new game that is going to be exclusive to the Switch 2. Hey, blah 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 blah. Here's all this. Here's that. Here's this. And
Yeah,
eventually we'll
I
get
would agree with that.
yeah. Um, I think that I think that some developers may have been waiting until they saw people's reaction to the bigger games getting onto the Switch too. Such as Cyberpunk 2077. I'll use that as the big example. Same thing goes for Elden Ring. Those two games getting onto the Switch 2, they are probably going to wait until they see, okay, this is what it looks like on the Switch. And then once that is done, then they'll be like, okay, now we put all of our now we can put our stuff on the Switch too, because I would say at this point in time, based off of what I am seeing from the games that I have played, I would say that it is comparable to PS5 levels. Is it?
Agreed.
Is it necessarily?
From what I've understood.
From what you understand, the true I don't think I'm going to get any specific games that are on the PS that I have on the PS5 that I would then play on the Switch too. If anything, maybe I might check out No Man's Sky because I do play that on the PC and the PS5. So I could. Then,
I was thinking about that. How good is No Man's Sky?
It's pretty good. It's basically space Minecraft.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So I think you would enjoy it. I think that I would that I might get that, and then like, oh, it's actually pretty. It's currently on sale for $23.99, so I might get that.
I see that.
Before too long, and just say, hey, this is and then compare and contrast the two. But that is probably the most advanced game that I'd be willing to play on both systems. and that's
That's
primarily
fair.
because they put it on sale pretty regularly, and they continually update it. I think that when Final Fantasy 14 comes on there, I might also get that as basically, hey, I want to play Final Fantasy for a little bit, but I don't necessarily care too much about. I'm just like doing a little bit of playing, while I'm kind of just chilling. That's probably what I'll be doing with that. And probably playing as like a one of my alts rather than my main. Um, but I don't know. We'll see what happens if and when Final Fantasy comes onto the Switch too. Based on the fact that they have stated that the Switch, Final Fantasy has stated that they were in talks with Nintendo about getting Final Fantasy on the Switch too. Um, I think that if we are going to find out anything about it, it is probably going to be on the 20th, because not Nintendo. Final Fantasy is doing what they call live letters, uh,
Hmm.
which is basically their version of Direct, but it's specifically for it's specifically for Final Fantasy 9. It's basically what they will be discussing. Or sorry, it's the letter from the producer. But yeah, basically they're going to be talking about like, oh, this is what we want to do. This is this is that. That here's this, and boom, boom, and with a letter from the producer, it basically means that we will probably be finding out new information about the next update. A small amount from the update, and then the if they're going to be revealing like, hey, the game is coming to the Switch too in like a month, because it would have to be soon. Um, because I don't, like I said, I don't think that they're going to wait until an expansion to get Final Fantasy on the Switch too. I think they're going to
That's fair.
they're going to try and get it out so that the new players will be able to finish the expansion before the expansion finishes. But it's also kind of a iffy situation when it comes to that. I don't know. The last system to get updated to the Switch was, or to get updated with Final Fantasy, was the Xbox, and that was not that long ago. So I don't know. But yeah, I think that's probably a good spot for us to call it for today. I'm tired. It's late.
It is late.
But yeah. Anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this nerd chat, and hopefully next week we'll have more to discuss, because it'll have been a little while from the Switch. It'll be a little bit longer since the Switch has been out, so we'll be able to know more about it. As well as, obviously, more stuff is coming out later this week. But anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed, and we will see you guys in the next one. But on.